the chair. So that is one place we are grounding is through our buttocks, and the other place we're grounding is through our feet. So anything that is holding you to the earth, the gravity bringing you down, just want to recognize that, because that does help a little bit with balance and kind of just structure of how we are. And then try to bring your shoulders not so far back that you're doing a back bend, but just back enough that the shoulders are not collapsing in kyphosis. So we want to just kind of roll it back. See if you can zip up the front of your body. Allow the jaw to relax. And then close your eyes and come inward. Go into noticing any subtleties or any feelings or emotions, anything happening on the inside. So take out the external world and go into your internal self. So how does the body feel today? How are your joints, your muscles? Just notice if there's any tension or any place you want to be mindful of today, that there is no right or wrong in this practice. It is all just an experiment on how this physical body works. So if you feel anything that does not feel good to you, that is the body's way of saying, don't do it. If you feel something that's like, yep, needed to work that, then add to it, give more. We only do as much as we need to do. And now bring attention to your breathing. Notice the quality of your breath. You struggle breathing in. Or maybe it's hard to exhale completely. And as we move through the practice today, if you begin to find yourself not breathing smoothly, then notice what's going on. Are you holding your breath because you're being challenged? Are you breathing heavily because you're being challenged and you're kind of panting a bit? Or can you just slow the breath? And we'll really practice this one at the end, really slowing the breath so the exhalations are nice and long and smooth. Now just take a moment and bring attention to your mind, your emotions, your consciousness. What we know for sure is that our brain and our mind, our soul is connected to our body. This physical body that we move around in has this connection on a spiritual and emotional level. So when we are feeling upset or unease, it creates unease in our body. Hence, it brings disease. So your emotions affect your physical body. So in this practice, practice being at ease, being calm. It's a balance between effort and ease. If you'd like to set an intention or a dedication for your practice, you can do so. Take in 3 more conscious breaths, nice and slow. Just notice if you feel a little more relaxed after settling for just a few moments. Now we'll blink open our eyes, bring a smile to your face, and then reach your arms out in front of you. Spread out your 10 fingers nice and wide. Push your feet into the ground. Maybe even squiggle in your chair so you're really sitting nice and tall. Allow the head to float up, so as if it's a buoy kind of coming out of the water. Now open the arms out to a T. Reach maybe back, kind of opening the deltoids and the pectoral muscles here. And then we're gonna come into an X shape. Crisscross your arms, doesn't matter which one you do, just know we're gonna do the opposite in a second. Arms back out, and then crisscross the other arm on the bottom. And then back out. So just take a couple like of these, and we're just breathing, opening the chest, reaching back, squeezing those shoulder blades together when your arms go behind you. And then crisscrossing, taking the shoulder blades away from one another. And you notice this is mindful movement. You have to kind of remember what you're doing. So it's hard for me to talk and do it because I'm like, wait, which hand was on top? Nice, guys. Let's do a couple more because my arms are starting to get tired. That moment of resistance, that's when the magic happens. When you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do anymore, but just do one more when you're like, I can't do anymore. That's the magic. All right, nice and slow. When you're ready, allow the arms to soften and float down. Relax the shoulders and let's take a couple neck rolls. Draw a circle in the air with your nose. And again, if you feel dizzy, be very careful of that if you have vertigo or anything that can make you feel uneasy. It's also helpful when you're moving to find a focal point. So in front of me, you can't see this, but I have a staircase, and I sometimes will pick a rail on the stair and stare at it so that my drisky, which is another word for soft gaze, stays focused on that point, and it helps you not get so kind of, dizzy from spinning around. All right, uncircle and go the other way. Maybe as you're circling your head, notice your fingers. Do you feel any like pulsating in your hands? Do your arms feel heavy? If you're noticing these things, you are being present. Good job. Let's do one more circle around. And then bring your chin back to a neutral. And see if you can pull your chin forward, almost if you're like ducking your head out, and then bring your head back. So we're going to push it forward. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. This is very strange looking, but you're going to push your head forward and then kind of tuck the chin back. So it's a very small movement in the cervical spine. So our neck muscles are attached to our shoulder muscles are attached to our back muscles are attached to our leg muscles. So when one thing is off, it can totally throw off the rest of the body too. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of the jaw. So back to neutral with your head. Take your bottom jaw, bring it in front of your top teeth, and kind of push your jaw forward. So the jaw muscles here, you're just going to bring them forward. You look pretty silly, but that's okay. No one's watching. Good. Now open your mouth and say ah. Ah. And then close your mouth and bring your bottom jaw in front of your top teeth again. And this time, you're going to slide your bottom jaw back to neutral, stick out your tongue and go, ah, ah. And close your mouth, bring your tongue back in. So your tongue is also a muscle. Sometimes people forget that. All right. Now let's bring our shoulders up to our ears. Sink your head down into it. And then relax the shoulders down. So big exaggerated poses up to the shoulders, to the ears, and then push your head up, shoulders come down. So you're just kind of crunching in and then lifting up. You can take your hands to your laps or to the chair. And then start to get bigger in this movement. Notice the spine, kind of articulating it in the lower lumbar. And notice the belly. The inhale, you lift up, expansion through the chest. The exhale kind of draws it in. This is where I like to use my Ujjay breath. It is the audible breath where you seal your lips. You breathe just in and out of your nose, almost as if you're making that Darth Vader or ocean wave sound, but it's not super loud. You don't have to be so loud that it's like disturbing your peace, but loud enough that you barely hear it. Just a couple more, moving the shoulders in towards the ears and then straightening the head up, chest forward. Very nice. Now relax back to neutral. Palms down by the hips, fingertips pointing down. Sit tall and press both feet into the ground equally. Take your right arm and reach it up in front of you and to the ceiling. Now take your right hand and pat yourself on the back, so opening up the right arm, and then gently lean over here to the left. If you want to add on, you can take that left hand to the right elbow and lean over to the left side. Now bring yourself back up to neutral. Lower the left hand if it was up. Extend your right arm back up to the sky. And then we're going to draw a circle, creating a circle with the right arm. So if you feel bone on bone at any point, please don't do it. Crunchy sounds is kind of normal, but scraping and, you'll know it. It won't feel right. And you may, even if one side of your body does not do the same thing as the other side, here's what's really cool about our body. Our mind connects that. So if one side of your body can't do something, you should just still do it on the other side, because it's creating neuro pathways to help kind of bring that memory back to the other side. Awesome. One more big circle around. And then place your right hand on your left leg. So drawing the right shoulder forward, left hand to the back of the chair, lift up your spine, turn to the left. So big twist. Take it, inhale, and then exhale. Two more. Inhale and exhale. One more in this shape. Inhale and exhale. Come back to center, both hands down by your hips. Sit tall, press both feet into the ground, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Good. Now we're going to extend the left arm forward. Reach your left arm up. Bend the left elbow, pat yourself on the back. Option to keep the right hand down or add the right hand to the left elbow. Inhale, lift up, left shoulder, and then lean slightly to the right. And you'll feel the sides of your body really getting a good stretch here. Now gently release your right hand, extend the left arm back up, and then make some circles in the air on the left side. Very nice. One more big circle around, and then hold the left arm straight up overhead. Then cross it across your body to the right leg. Lift up your chest, and right hand goes to the back of the chair. Twist to the right. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, turn back through center. Rest both arms down by your chair. Breathe. All right, now I'm going to scoot back just a little bit so you can see my legs. And we're going to put our left hand on the top of the left leg, kind of near the top of the knee. Right hand's going to stay on the right leg. I want you to press down with the right hand into the right leg and then lift up your left knee with some resistance. So try to take that knee up as you push down. And then lower the left. We'll switch sides. So left hand's going to come back towards your left hip crease. Right hand goes to the top of the leg. You're going to press into the left foot and then lift the right knee up. Good. Now let's focus on just the left leg for a second. Take your hand underneath the knee, so to the knee crease behind it, and then inhale and then exhale. As you inhale, you'll bend the elbow, and then as you exhale, you straighten. Inhale. Well, there we go. Exhale the arm straight, inhale the knee in. That's what I meant to say. It's hard talking. Talking's challenging. So this exercise works the apana region of your body, the area just below the navel. Boy, does it work every time. Just feel this one right away. All right, nice and slow, lower the left foot. Sit tall, rest for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Take your right hand, go underneath your right knee crease. Lift up the foot. Free inhale. Then exhale, bring the knee closer to you. Exhale, straighten the arm. Leg goes out. Inhale, knee comes in. Nice and slow. Very intentional movements here. Getting right into that hip crease. And if you have hip issues or maybe a hip replacement, be careful. Your PT or doctor told you to not do some of these exercises, be careful. But for the most part, a lot of these things that we do in our yoga practice are the same things that PTs do and OTs. Two more. And then let's lower the right foot back down. Sit nice and tall. Take 3 conscious breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Lift your left foot off the ground, and then we're going to extend it. Give a couple kicks. So working the knee joint now. So nice and slow, mindfully moving out that left leg with a couple kicks. So if you haven't noticed, we're working all the joints today. And the idea, especially those with arthritis, is that we want to move the joints to help create the synovial fluid. Extend your left leg out. Spread apart your toes of your bare foot and push from the hip to the heel. So this leg is nice and tight. And now point your toes. And then flex. And a couple point and flex. So again, the reason we're doing these joints is because to help with arthritis, you want to work the muscles that are near the joints. Keeping the muscles, active and moving and creating that synovial fluid helps protect you from, wear and tear on the joint areas, which is what I am concerned mostly about because I have rheumatoid arthritis. So I've got to keep these joints moving so they don't deteriorate. All right, go ahead and lower left leg, sit nice and tall. Notice how the left leg feels after a lot of activation and how the right leg's a little jealous. It like goes, ooh, do me next. Press the left foot into the ground, lift the right leg, and then we'll extend and take a couple knee kicks with the right leg. You feel a little crunchy sound in the knees. That's okay. Just again, be mindful. If it hurts, don't do it. Two more kicks. And then extend that leg out, spread apart your right toes. Ooh. Firm up the muscles in the right leg. And then point your toes. And then flex. A couple points and flex. And your feet have a lot to do with how the muscles work. Again, everything's connected. And then when you're ready, bend the knee, lower the foot. Rest for just a second here. That's a lot of work. Big breath in. Exhale it out. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Toe your feet so you've got a little bit of space. So maybe a little wider than hip distance here. Sit towards the middle of your chair. We'll start with our hands down by our hips. We're going to go into a vinyasa. So inhale, which just means a moving flow. We inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands to the knees. Cat pose. Tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Maybe add in the back bend if you're ready. Arms go out to a big V behind you. And then exhale the hands down. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale, hands to the knees. Tuck the belly and the chin in. Inhale, arms raise up. Exhale, arms by the hips. Do 3 more of these using your own breath. So your breath brings you up. The exhale is when you tuck in. The inhale brings you back up. And the exhale where the arms come down. I'm not going to cue you, just move and breathe. And when you finish that last one, just hang tight for a second. Let your hands relax, your shoulders come down. We're going to do another sequence similar to that, but add on to it. All right, here we go. Here's the next sequence. Inhale, arms raise up. Lift your left knee. Exhale, lower your left knee, hands to your knees. Tuck the chin in. Exhale, slide down. Inhale, rise up halfway, shoulders back. Neck and head extend forward. Exhale, fold. Reach forward, lift up that left knee again. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms, both arms raise up, right knee comes up. Exhale, hands come down, foot comes down. Tuck the chin towards the chest, cat. And fold, slide down. Lift up halfway, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Reach your hands forward, pull up the chest, lift your right knee. Exhale, hands come down to your waist. All right, let's try again. Left knee rises, arms come up. Exhale, hands to the knees. Forward fold, slide down. Lift up halfway. Fold forward. Rise up, left knee's coming with your arms. Exhale, foot and hands down. Inhale, both arms up, right knee. Exhale, hands to the knees. Chin tucks in. Fold. Half lift, straight spine. Fold. Rise up, reach the arms forward, lift up the right knee, bring it into your chest. And exhale, hands and foot down. Let's do one more round of that. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, hands to your knees. Slide forward, fold. Lift up halfway. Fold again. Reach forward, press into the right foot, left knee comes into the chest, squeeze. Exhale, hands come down, foot comes down. Last side, right knee comes up with the arms. Exhale, hands to the knees. Chin tucks in. Fold forward. Lift up halfway. And then fold again. Rise up with the arms, with the right knee. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze towards the shoulder. Exhale, hands to your lap. Sit tall, close your eyes. Take 3 conscious breaths. Nice. Let's work on some warrior 2 poses next. So we'll start with the right foot bent to the right side. Extend your left foot out to the left side or out in front of you. So the back left leg is straight. The thing you want to think about in our warrior poses again is the feet. So you see I'm so short, I'm going to put a block underneath my feet, this top foot, so it can actually sit really good on the ground. If not, you would want to pull it out in front of you. So you can pull it either to the side. The other little trick I have is the knee crease. If it's up against the side of the chair, it actually works better. If you have a chair with arm rails, this doesn't work so well. All right, so back left leg is nice and long. See if you can put all sides of your sole of your foot on the ground. Now, take just a second and notice your kind of ribs, your shoulders, everything. Where is it in space? Can you try to stack these bones, the hips and the shoulders? And once you get your feet and the shoulders and the hips and everything in line, then you add in the arms out to a T. Look over to your right palm, turn it up. And we're going to take a peaceful warrior. As you do that, the left hand's going to go to the left leg, right arm goes up. reach over your head. So this is a big stretch. You can also bend the elbow and hold the head. And we'll take a stretch over here to the left. Notice what's happening in the right leg. Can you keep that knee bent at that 90-degree angle? Can you try to keep the feet stable? Now come back into your warrior pose, arms out. Now we're going to come into extended side angle. Take your right forearm to your right leg. You can turn your palm forward if you like, or you can hold on here. And we're going to bring the left arm straight up. Now again, push down through your left leg, especially your toes. Now let's reverse it back to peaceful warrior, finding a flow. Reverse it. And then back over to extended side angle. And you can go bigger, you can go smaller. We're going to take just a few minutes here, kind of playing with this flow of moving from peaceful warrior, reverse warrior, to extended side angle. And don't worry if your flow doesn't look like mine. It's unique to you. Move and we breathe fluidly like water. You're just kind of flowing in this beautiful, easy breezy stream. When you've had enough, just slow down and bring the arms down. Notice how you feel after, again, some movement. And now we're going to take a stretch. Take this right hand, slide it down your right leg, maybe towards the ankle. Rise back up. Bring your feet back together to the center and press both feet into the ground. Sit tall. Relax your shoulders down. Breathe. Now we'll move to do our warrior two on the left side. So just spin yourself so the left knee points to the left side of your room. And again, just try to get that knee crease close to the edge of your chair. And step out the right leg out. See if you can get the whole sole of your right foot on the ground. Again, it may be here, it could be here, who knows? Everybody's different. But just we want to feel grounded to start with. And again, check your alignment. Can you feel that hip crease, the left hip crease? Can maybe you bring back the shoulders over the hips? And then once you get that settled, extend the arms out to a T. Look to the left hand, turn your left palm up, and then reverse it. Take that palm up and your right hand to your right leg. And then we'll come back to our warrior arms and then to extended side angle. Right hand goes up, left arm can rest on the left leg, or you can just hold it here, whichever one feels good to you. Now back to warrior two. So here's where the flow comes in. We'll reverse. And then extend at side angle. Nice fluid movement. You can move your arms in a way that feels graceful, peaceful. Don't forget to smile as you move. It does enliven your spirits. Let's do one more on each side. And then relax the arms down. Step the feet back together. Feet on the ground, sit to the edge of your chair, sit tall. Breathe. Very good. All right. Slide your feet a little closer to the chair. Lift your heels up. Take your knees out and then tap your knees together. So we're just going to open and close. If you know the Charleston, somebody tried to teach me this one time. I didn't get it. I'm totally not a dancer. I do not have good dancing skills. That's why I do yoga. Yoga is slow enough for me to figure it out. Awesome. 2 more. And then lower your feet back to the ground, but squeeze your knees and your inner thighs together. So hug in. Everything's kind of squished in. Instead of having 2 legs, you have 1. They're all so attached to each other. Now lean forward, come slightly forward. Try to bring your shoulders towards your knees. Now take your arms out in front of you. Bring your palms together. Now bend the elbows and the palms to your heart. We're going to take a twist. Left elbow points to right knee. We'll look to the right. Deep twist in the spine. Now come back through center and let's twist to the left. The left elbow points to, or right elbow points to your left knee. Now come back through center. Extend the arms out. Put your head in between your arms like you're a diver. Now press both feet into the ground. Squeeze your inner thighs. Reach up. Exhale into cactus arms. Now twist to the right, left elbow forward. And through center, twist to the other side. Right elbow forward, twist to the left. And center. Reach your arms up, straight arms. Hinge at the waist, coming back into that thunderbolt shape. Hands to prayer. We're going to take that twist again. So this is the flow. Twist to the right. Center. Twist to the left. Center. Reach out. Press into your feet. Bring it up. Cactus your arms. Twist to the right. Center. Twist to the left. Center. Reach up. Hinge forward, hands to prayer in front of you. To your heart center. Twist to the right. One more round of this. Center. Twist to the left. Center. So these twists do the lower belly. Reach out, head goes in, look down. Press into the feet, rise up. Cactus arms, and these twists work the upper body. Twist to the right. Center. Twist to the left. Center. Reach up. And then bring your hands down by your waist. So when we did those twist low, you're working the lower half. When we had the arms in cactus, you're working the upper back of your twist. Just fun little anatomy things. All right, so take your time and we're gonna come up and stand behind behind your chair. So you may need to make some adjustments. Grab a sip of water if you need to. Turn our chair this way. I need a cameraman. All right. So we're going to start with our hands on the back of the chair, and then make yourself come into a downward facing dog, a V like or L-like shape. So adjust to your stance. So your feet may be a little wider than hip distance. It might feel better in the back since we just did all those back stretches. And then just take some deep cleansing breaths here. So just inhale as big as you can and exhale. See if you can drop your head a little lower in between your arms. See how that feels. And it may feel a little tightness in the shoulders, in the shoulder blade area. And then see if you can bend your knees and point your tailbone up. So almost as if you were kind of sticking your tailbone in the air. Really gets a good stretch in the back. All right, nice and slow, begin to lift your head through your arms. And we're going to step the right foot to the outside, left foot to the outside, big kind of wide stance. So it looks like this. Feet going away from you, heels pointing in, and then we're going to drop into a squat. This is called goddess pose. Just pulling the hips down, bending the knees. Again, if your knees hurt, be careful. And then we'll just stay here for a couple breaths. This is a lot of work right here. Really activating the muscles in your legs. Now nice and slow straighten. Relief, right? So we're going to do this 3 more times, making it 4 times. We're going to bend. Try not to push the butt out. Try not to bring the pelvic in, but nice and neutral hips. Pushing down towards the heels, shoulders over hips. Head is neutral. And then straighten the legs. All right, here we go. Bend into the knees, drop down again. This is building strength. What our legs help us as long as they can. And then straighten the knees. Ooh, sweet relief. One more here. Bend the knees, lower down. Nice and slow, straighten the legs. Turn your toes forward and maybe even pigeon toes. So the toes point in and the heels point away. So just opposite of what we were doing. And then we're going to lean forward. So maybe your hands can come to the seat of the chair. If you're tall enough, you can go over the chair and just rest here. Or maybe you want to push the chair forward and rest here. And ideally, I want you to feel something on the outer shins. Now when you're ready, nice and slow, rise back up. We're going to toe heel the feet together until we come back to a neutral stance and stand nice and tall. Just breathe. Take a second to feel your feet beneath you so you get stable. Good. Now we're going to cross the right foot in front of the left foot, coming into eagle pose. You can take that big right toe to the outside of your left foot, or if you're really feeling fancy, you can kind of hook it on your leg. Most people will have the big toe down. Now, what I want you to do is think about dropping the hips straight down, not going, not sticking your booty out, but trying to just drop. Feeling it right here on the opposite leg, maybe. Ooh. Now straighten the knees, uncross the feet, shake out your legs. Now we'll do eagle on the other side. Left foot is going to cross over the right. Left big toe touches down so you can have some balance. And bend into your knees, lower your hips. And see where you're feeling that one. And now straighten the legs, uncross the feet, and shake out a little side to side. And now we're going to make our way back into that downward facing dog. So hands to grip the seat back of the chair, and then walk back your legs, straighten your spine, and take 3 breaths here. So we can use, even though this is a big pose, we can use it as a resting pose. Think ease and effort, balancing the two. Right, nice and slow, rise up, come up onto your tippy toes. Heels off the ground, and then tippy toe your way to the back of the chair. Once you get there, stand as tall as you can be, kind of lift your head up. And now we're going to go back into our thunderbolt. Heels lower, knees bend, hips come down. Strong legs. Now, try to bring your shoulders back some. Squat lower, and now bring your chest forward towards the chair. Woo, baby. Nice job. Straighten your legs, reach your arms up overhead, extended mountain. Exhale the hands down by your waist. Good. One more balance pose. Take your right foot, bring it behind you. And then kick it back, lean forward. Option to bend the left knee and to make little prayer hands and see if you can balance. Maybe one hand off the chair. And return the right foot down. Stand tall. And then we'll try the other foot. Left foot bends behind you. Or extend it out, lean forward. And lift up your chest, step your left foot down. Shake out your hips. And now we'll come back to the seat. So turn yourself around and come back in. Rest for just a breath or two. And now we're going to come into pigeon pose or figure 4 pose, swan pose. It's got all these poses have 10 different names. So lift up your right knee and let's just draw a circle with the ankle first. Kind of just making the right foot move in all different directions. And then we'll just kind of shake out the right hip, a little side to side. And your option for this one is you can put your right ankle on top of your left knee, or you can cross at the ankle. So down here or up here. You're going to place that right ankle on top of the left knee if you're here. Now, even if your knee is way up here, that's okay. Just kind of encourage it to come down. Some people have tighter hips than others, and that's totally normal. Flex your right foot. And straighten your spine. Hinging at the waist, so lean into it. So trying to keep the spine from rounding, but straight, and then coming towards your shin. Ideally, you want to find, again, that effort and ease. So, ooh, I feel something, but I'm not going to go so far that I'm like in pain. And then we try to breathe through it. So the muscles around your hips are pretty dense. So it's good to kind of just marinate in it for about 3 breaths here. All right, nice and gentle. Lean back, shoulders over hips, and we'll take the twist. Left hand to right knee. Turn towards the right side of your room. Come back through center, lean back and straighten out that right leg. Give it a couple kicks. And then bring your right foot back to the ground. Lift your left knee up. Move the left ankle a time or two in some circles. And then we'll open the knee out and bring it back in a time or two. And then we'll again set up for this pose, putting the ankle on top of the right knee or crisscrossing at the ankles. If the hip is higher on one side, again, no worries. Our hips are not always exactly the same, especially if we've had some work done to them. Flex your left foot, sit tall. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, hinge at the waist, bring yourself forward slightly. Balance between effort and ease. Good, and now when you're ready, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Lift up, shoulders back over hips, and twist to the left. Right hand on left knee. Look to your left side of your room. And now gently come back through center. Lean back, straighten out the left leg, give it a couple kicks. And then we're going to end with a fold forward. So if you like to have your legs closer together, you can do that. But personally, I think for this one, I am going to choose to bring my legs out a little wider and straighten, maybe not straighten my knees, but kind of get my legs out a little bit further. So a little bend in the knees. Sit nice and tall, maybe on the edge of your chair. And I'm going to slide forward into a wide-legged fold. So once you're down there, you can hold onto your ankles. If you can reach the floor, maybe reach the floor. Again, it's helpful to have, the floor close enough that you can touch. So that's why I use blocks. Books do the same thing. They bring you there too. A little closer to the floor. All right. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. As you come out, we're going to let the head come up last. Hands to the knees. Chin tucks in. Roll back. And let the head come up. Option to straighten out the legs, maybe even lift them up and lift the arms. And then lower and sink into your Shavasana shape, your pose for meditation. So you can sit in the chair, you can sit on the floor, you can sit on the couch, wherever you feel comfortable. Just as we begin our class today, come back to noticing your physical body, your vessel that carries you around, and your muscles, your bones, your joints. Notice your breathing pattern, see if you can slow it down, make it smoother. And then let your mind relax. Take a deep breath in. Fill up. And then empty out. 2 more times. Nice, long, slow breaths in. And exhale out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bring a smile to your face. Feel the warmth and contentment radiating throughout your body. And start to make movements again, circling your wrist, your feet, or your head. Enjoy this moment. I thank each and every one of you for showing up here today and practicing and just trying and just being willing to be open to try new things. Now let's sit tall and bring our hands to our heart center. The love and the light in me recognizes that you also have love and light within you. Be happy and be healthy. Namaste.